Hello, welcome back to Ace Attorney. So good to see you once again. Wow.
Wow.
Isn't it, boys?
Isn't it? It's true.
Yeah. It's good to
welcome
see
to
you.
Spooky Month.
Oh, yeah.
The disappointment.
Yeah.
Listen, it's very fun, you fucking party pooper.
Everyone else on... I'm pretty sure everyone else on the fucking, on the channel is gonna be playing, like, spooky games. No, I
We're
don't
like,
wanna...
lawyers! Jail time, the scariest thing of all.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Listen, the legal system is very scary.
Listen, you're right, though. Like...
Yep. Anyways.
Anyways.
Right, there's a thing at the beginning. Hold on.
Fucking Major Lemmy, goddamn. It's 80 degrees out. What do you mean, October?
Oh, God.
Damn.
Gross. Hate
Climate change.
Yep. Now we got nice October weather here. It's all rainy and dark and it's like fucking 12 degrees. It's a good time. You're
Fahrenheit.
in Michigan?
No. Use real temperature numbers. Not freedom units.
Freedom units have its place, but not in a lot of places.
I was thinking baking, and that's only because we live next to the place that uses freedom units.
Yeah.
Yep.
My house is horribly insulated, so it's like it fluctuates so much between cold and hot. I hate it.
Aw. You're right. It's some bullshit.
God.
I'm blaming your AC for me having shitty sleep for like 3 days.
Blaming your AC for me not being able to hate you.
There you go.
Alright, so we were in the middle of this.
A waxwork of the despicable professor, used as a body double for the victim in this quite extraordinary case. I must say, it's extremely hard to believe the assertion could possibly be true. However, it would appear that it does at least warrant further investigation.
It's the waxwork of the professor that links Mr. Drebber and Dr. Sith. And I'm convinced that there's a special significance to that link. I don't know what you're hoping to prove, lad. I really don't.
The truth, sir! By using evidence and testimony! She's very
Dumbledore said calmly.
Yo, right, yeah, dude. She had a very calm face, and I went full fucking, you can't handle the truth!
If the court is to delve deeper into the alleged involvement of the waxwork in this case, then the prosecution calls for the owner of the model to be summoned as a witness. The owner? Madam Two Spells.
But, okay. I really thought that Lord Van Zeeks would object to this whole line of inquiry.
Very well, I concur. Make arrangements for Tony Two Spells to appear as a witness with immediate effect.
Oh, yes.
Shit.
Thank you.
Finally. It's like, they all just want to look at her. Like, nothing to do with the case, they just want to look at her.
I would buy tickets to their waxwork to look at them.
That's fair.
Listen carefully, my learned friend.
Oh, yes?
Do not ogle the Madam Two Spells.
I'm only one man!
Objection.
Objection.
You should know that you're on the brink of opening Pandora's box.
Is that Madame Two Spell's first name?
Is that Madame Two Spells' vagina?
I'd like to open her box, yeah.
I'd very much like to open her box.
A box of secrets and wonders.
No.
There.
The court will now adjourn for 45 minutes.
It's very
During that
specific,
time,
Your Honor.
the prosecution will summon the new witness and prepare her for taking the stand. Madam Two Spells, yes. I shall see to it at once, my lord.
Samsoni, it was me. I put 100K on 2.
Oh my god, Carrie. We could have gone for like a little longer to get to a
Damn
fucking
it!
That happens every time.
Yeah.
Every time. It's because we never know.
Goddamn
Whenever we're
time.
like, oh, I'm sure there's only a little bit left. We end up going
Yeah.
over by like a fucking hour. But when we're like, we
Yeah.
should probably stop. There's like 2 more lines, and then it's like, to be continued.
God damn it.
Every fucking time.
Ah, the knight errant himself.
Oh, have you been watching from the gallery, Mr. Sholmes?
I've been on the edge of my seat the entire time. Courtroom trials are fascinating affairs, as a spectator at least.
I'm glad you've been enjoying yourself.
Oh, what's up, boy?
I have to ask,
Do you?
what on earth is going on? It makes no sense. What's this professor business all about? He doesn't look like any professor I've ever met before. Who even is he?
Yep. Me and you, Krabozy. 100K. Let's go. He's gonna smash
Oh my
2.
God.
He's gonna do it. Let's go.
Oh dear.
Hell yeah.
Of course. You were in Germany already 10 years ago.
Yes, the professor. When I discovered he was the one who had been abducted, a sense of foreboding stirred within me. But who knew the monster would come knocking at your door? My heartfelt sympathies.
It doesn't feel like you're being sympathetic.
As it turns out, Lord Van Zieks is even more intimately tied to this case than any of us realized, isn't he?
Yes. How true. I'm eating again.
Good job.
This time
Every
it's
time.
not Doritos or Cheetos or whatever it was.
It's Cheetos again.
Oh, it is Cheetos.
Yeah.
I see.
His great friend from university in the dock. I don't have a problem. Leave me alone. Sasato, we need to talk to you about your Cheetos addiction.
And now a waxwork of the killer who took his esteemed brother's life makes an appearance too. I imagine even the shrewd Mr. Reaper failed to foresee that kick in the teeth. An extraordinary move on your part, my dear fellow, to throw that in front of the man.
You make it sound deliberate.
Wasn't it?
I can't help feeling
It's true, you can.
this professor case is... What the heck? What did you say to me?
Just start to flip!
Yeah, right?
Anyway, that this professor case is really very puzzling.
Oh, yes? In what particular manner?
Well, there's Mr. Drebber, Dr. Sith, and Lord Van Zieks. It seems that everybody in this trial has a link to the case somehow.
That's why they're here.
Yes. In fact, I alone am not a member of the set. So that leaves me as an empty set, all alone, with no intersection to any other.
Aw.
Excuse me.
Oh shit, it's you.
Oh, okay. It's
Dr.
Palpatine.
Sith.
Excuse me.
A ghost.
Hell yeah!
Dr.
Pokemon, let's go!
Ah, Dr. Courtney Sith, nay, Stevens. Good day to you.
Nee, which
Nee?
means your maiden name. Yeah,
Oh, neat.
means like you used to be. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Hello, Sholmes. That was very shrewd of you.
My Palpatine gets better and better every time.
Yep.
What in particular, pray?
You requested the 10-year-old autopsy report from Gregson, didn't you?
Why would you assume such a thing?
Because Gregson told me.
Gregson, that
Huh.
fucking narc.
That's fucking knock. I'm going to have to deal with him.
To think it's been 10 years. 10 years in the laboratory wielding my scalpel.
Ubata comes in.
Go right. Yeah.
I smell of nothing but corpses and disinfectant.
She's getting drunk, apparently.
She's also going to take a shit.
The policeman on the jury had a lot to say about you as it happens, Dr. Sith.
What do they know?
And I've accused you of being complicit in what happened.
What the fuck?
I'm hoping that you'll take the stand and tell the truth about what really happened.
That certainly won't be possible. I can't keep all my crimes straight. Lord
commit so
Van
many.
So many crimes.
Hard to keep
Lord
them all.
Van Zieks won't be summoning me as a witness. Execute Order 66.
Oh my god.
Takes him out.
Lord Strongheart has forbidden it.
Oh, okay. Shit, bitch.
What's Strongheart?
That's what I said.
The Pandora's box you were warned about is the Professor case.
You heard
Not
that?
my vagina, as y'all were led to believe. But please don't make the mistake of thinking you'll get any information.
No, we were
about
talking
it
about
out
Madame
of me.
Two-Spell's vagina.
Oh, right. Sorry, no one's interested in my vagina.
No
I
one's
forgot.
interested in my flaky vagina.
I mean, I don't know. Just keep working on yourself. You'll get there.
Aw.
I have to get rid of all the flakes.
Oh my god. It's fucking nasty.
Yes.
I read this.
Oh, sorry.
But attempting to hide from the truth, that's cowardice.
Whoa.
I've always fought crime in the way that I see fit.
I have no regrets.
None at all. And that's all I came here to say.
Smoke bomb. Leaves.
You know,
So good day to you.
coroners shouldn't fight crime.
It's true.
Yup. That's nope. Fucking
So many
chat's just like,
ellipses
what?
in the chat. What? What? What's the matter?
Some people like Captain Crunch.
Oh!
Anyways,
What a ruin
something
from the
about
top of your
Pandora's
mouth.
box.
Whatever does it all mean? Oh, God.
There's really no cause for concern, I assure you. When the trial resumes, the meaning will become all too apparent, whether you'd like it to or not.
Huh?
People like crunchy tacos.
Ah!
I don't think anyone does. Because those aren't tacos.
Oh, shit. Well,
No,
we started a thing.
I'm not such a Puritan. I can try and pretend to be, but I'm not. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your weird hard-shelled things. I guess they're tacos.
Well, are
But,
they
like,
not
soft shell
tacos?
tacos are where it's at, though.
Soft tacos are way better.
Soft tacos are somewhere better.
Oh,
And are like the OG.
Yeah.
oh I
Crunchy
see.
tacos are like Tex-Mex. Like we kind of just took it from them. And we're like, what if we made it hard?
White
Oh.
people taco night.
Oh, I didn't know those. I didn't realize those were like Americanized or something.
There are like crunchy versions of other stuff they have, but yeah, the main like hard shell tacos we have kind of come from a Tex-Mex background, which is, you know, when we stole Texas
Yeah.
and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, we're also stealing your food while we're here, but we're allergic to flavor, what with our whiteness, so we're gonna go ahead and take a lot of the spice out of it and make it crunchy.
I had no idea.
They're way more difficult to eat. Like, fuck that shit. Get it out of here.
I like crunchy shell tacos, but I mean,
I like those ones they've done at like painful fast food chains like Taco Bell, where they put a soft shell taco inside a hard shell taco with cheese connecting the two.
It's a good time.
it's a
I can
gluten-
handle that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because that way you get the structural support of the soft taco, which is way better. But if you want some crunchy, you can sneak it in there.
Yep.
I do like a crunch.
The fucking, I like a Crunchwrap Supreme, bitch. Like, let's go. That's some white people taco shit. That's some
White
Taco Bell
people
exclusive
taco
shit.
night.
Exactly. You get it.
Anyway,
Now then, I
Our
believe it's
tacos are
almost
just
time.
inevitable nachos.
I mean, you're right, though. You're absolutely correct, though.
That's upsettingly correct.
Yup.
I never put that together. That's funny.
That's what it is, though.
Yeah.
I must make my way back to the public gallery. The edge of my seat awaits. Ha!
Oh, hell yeah. He's so excited for the trial.
I think maybe you're enjoying yourself a little too much.
Ah, yes, one more word of warning before I go.
No,
If in the course of this trial, this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, don't let it out of your side. Pursue it like a dog with a bone.
Okay.
But
To the bitter end, you understand? Do not falter, whatever may come to pass.
Okay.
all right, I understand. Thank you.
Good.
My fucking voice cracked there for a second.
I heard that. You okay?
Sorry, I was eating a hard taco.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't eating anything. It's just a bit of phlegm got stuck, I guess.
What happens, bitch?
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I shall make myself scarce then. Ha! Yep. One more thing. I purchased a bar of caramel earlier.
Good.
Ooh.
So I shall
Oh,
be
yeah.
gnawing on that as you gnaw away at the truth.
Sholmes's caramel.
That's amazing.
Amazing. Incredible.
What did that warning from Mr. Shums really mean, I wonder?
Uh-huh.
Especially the bit about whatever may come to pass.
Mm-hmm.
Meh.
My uncle likes to take soft tortilla tacos and just try them and fry them just a bit, so to where they're in the uncanny valley of soft and crunchy. They're basically taco flavored gyoza. That sounds great.
Huh.
I love that.
Weird.
I want it, Kreb. I want that, Kreb. I want that. Give it to me.
Have your uncle make us some.
It's time for the final chapter, then. I'm determined to find the truth. No matter what.
Shit.
Loads gun. I'm pretty sure the Nako is a thing. I'm pretty sure there's been like tons of recreations of it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure.
Because, you know, the people who grew up watching that show own restaurants now. No one can
true.
stop them.
It's
Yup.
true.
They have adult money now.
Oh,
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court.
Well,
Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready to be able to continue? Here's the voice, I found it.
you did it.
No.
Proud of you.
The prosecution is ready, my lord.
Yes, my lord. The defense is also ready.
As the court is aware, the case under our scrutiny began with a damaging incident at the Great Exhibition. Yet now we find ourselves embroiled in the details of a convicted felon who was sent to the gallows decades ago. This trial has certainly defied all expectation.
He's like, I'm having a great time.
It seems to be the fate of all trials in which this Nepalese is involved, my lord.
he's got a wine. He's got a wine bottle there.
Oh, he's had it the entire time. He's a
And
fucking
then-
tease is what he is.
Been letting it breathe for a whole 45 minutes.
Yeah.
He's getting those talons.
Let us begin.
Cannons.
No, it's talons. like it's
the
eagle
bird.
claws inside the wine.
I love it when it has lots of talons. Fucking Cosma cuts a hawk out of the air and just throws it in the bottle. Perfect.
Just trying to cram it into the bottle.
It's like, ah! God.
Let us begin our explanation of the defense's assertion that the waxwork was cardinally involved in this matter. Lord Basics. My lord. Are we still awaiting the arrival of Madame Two Sparrows? Not at all. She is in the antechamber as we speak and ready to be summoned.
The antechamber.
Very well. Bring in the witness. At once, my lord.
How?
Bailiff, show Tony 2 spells to the stand.
Hell yeah.
Things are about to become a lot more intense.
because we're all going to
Drebber
be
is
staring at her,
responsible,
she'll
as
be-
I'm sure he is. It means he must have had an accomplice in Dr. Sith.
We're not going to be able to concentrate because she's going to be so pretty. And what
Yeah.
connects the pair of them is that waxwork.
Yes, the model of the professor. That's the key to link between these otherwise unrelated individuals.
Yeah. How about it's one of
It's a
them
tenuous
days.
link,
None of us
admittedly,
can talk today, apparently.
But at present, it's all we have to go on.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there were originally going to be 3 Greatest Attorney games, but in this case
She's
was
making
going
the
to be
shows!
Ah! Yeah, this case was going to be the final case of the second game before it got cut. Oh, that's interesting. That's why it seems so much more grand and important when compared to the other cases. Oh, that's cool. Oh, sorry.
That's neat.
I forgot to
I mean,
hold
it
on.
was
Don't
you
read
were
this
supposed
yet.
to speak.
Yep.
Okay.
State your name and occupation for the court, please.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
my name's Madame Tony Two Spells. I'm a waxwork artisan. Nailed it.
Nice. You're nailing it.
Yeah, right. And the proprietress of the Madame Two Spells Museum of Waxwork.
Nice.
You will have to pardon me for working as I testify. My new exhibit must open very soon. Very important.
Really
Okay.
hope it's like fucking Shums arresting us on the boat.
Hell yeah! That'd be so good.
So he finally gets a statue, does he? And there are 2 of them in the world.
Yay! Oh my! What expression is she carving onto that face? Girl. Damn it. I wanted
A
to be
number of
nice.
days ago, a particular waxwork model was stolen from your museum. Can you confirm this?
Yeah, confirm it. Yeah, that's true. At first, we believed it had been kidnapped.
A waxwork model? Kidnapped?
Yeah. Yeah, my lord. There was a demand for ransom money left behind by the culprit. However, according to what I have just been told outside the courtroom, that was not the true reason. It's wild up in this bitch. I understand it was utilized as a substitute for the body of a murder weapon.
Victim.
Victim.
That's just crazy. It's a victim. Nah, it's a weapon.
The body of a murder weapon? A giant professor-shaped knife!
Look at it! Look at it! It's the size of a person! It's crazy!
That's wild.
At present, that is no more than conjecture proposed by the defense. This is the victim of the case in question, Mr. O. the Iceman.
But of course, I knew him as well. He's a part of my odious personages exhibit. Jesus. I detest to say what is evident, but Mr. Assman does not resemble the professor at all.
Yes, but perhaps...
Shut up!
Perhaps their faces are very similar.
God damn it. Are you suggesting that we should see now the demasked visage of the professor? Shut up. I mean the key, but it is strictly forbidden to open the lock.
This is absurd.
Yeah. What?
I don't know what face you've carved onto your fancy figure beneath that mask. But clearly, it won't be that of the actual killer.
Indeed. The man's identity was never made public after all.
The trial took place in a closed court. The proceedings were strictly confidential. The condemned man was summarily executed. His identity remains a closely guarded national secret. There is no possible way that a repository of tawdry exhibits could get its hands on that information.
What the fuck?
Quel dommage.
Quel dommage, I says. would seem you are unaware of the two spells' principles.
What principles?
Don't worry
Please
about
don't
it.
admit to grave robbing in court.
Oh. The family two spells has always prided itself on sculpting its models a la perfection.
Some Italian person trying to be really fancy.
It's fucking awful. Service, you're right. She did have another voice I was swapping between, but I'm having so much fun with this one.
Yeah, this one's fun. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Every detail, including the visage, is fashioned with complete fidelity. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go with that. Et voila, our principles. The most Brooklyn Italian French voice ever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's a well-known legend about the two spells waxwork from the time of the French Revolution.
Oh.
A member of the two spells family is said to have made a waxwork of the queen who was executed.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. It was a century ago now.
We.
I says. Like,
Wee.
I believe the queen's face was carved in the minutes following her death, actually at the guillotine site.
whoa.
Damn.
You are correct. The model is on display still today in the House of Horrors.
Wow.
Yeah. Only two spells will stop at nothing to obtain a faithful replica of our subjects.
Dear me, there's somewhat disturbing tenacity of purpose.
Yeah. It's the only way to obtain a truly lifelike representation of the subject. Shut up. And it has been my family secret for generations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you mean to say that beneath that mask,
Yeah. We, the true visage of the killer, is there.
This is ludicrous. It's out of the question.
The professor spread terror throughout Great Britain. I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. As a result, the Madame Two-Spell special exhibit remains extremely popular even today. The killer emerging from his own grave. It's a sight to behold. You should come. It's just real cool. Yeah.
I think, madam, it would be beneficial to hear your former testimony on this matter. And
What?
it will explain every detail of this macabre model and your personal involvement in this sense and its creation.
With pleasure.
I hope it's with pleasure.
Oh shit, what's up, baby?
meow.
Oh. The special exhibit in the House of Horrors is based on a rumor that shocked society in London. An impression of the visage was taken directly from the corpse, in accordance with the Two Spells family principles, you see. I enlisted the aid of the gravedigger and created a mold for the head in the cemetery just before the
Interment.
Interment? What does that mean?
Just before. I mean.
Interment. The burial of a corpse or grave or tomb.
Huh.
To be
Okay.
interred.
Oh. Interesting.
All right. There you go.
Right, Major Levy? That was... When you
Some
say
hot-
horrors with that accent, it don't sound like horrors. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's my other business.
No, I said still.
Adam
Hey.
Tuspel's House of Horrors.
Hey.
I hit myself on.
The little bracket, it's a compliment, and bracket.
Yo, it's a compliment. Don't worry about it. I hit myself until he gave me a signal. I was there for a very long time that night. As dawn approached, I was very worried that I could be discovered. True. She's so fucking cute.
It's true.
Damn it.
The grave digger! The man sanctioned this?
I will do all that is necessary to achieve the true resemblance my family is celebrated for. Nobody else knew. Only the gravedigger. What harm did it do, huh?
So you truly saw it? The face of that monster?
Yeah. I mean, we. Naturally, I was aware at the time that his identity was a secret. But two spells would not be two spells if we did not insist on absolute fidelity to our sculptures.
I don't
All
believe
right.
this.
I myself have seen the special exhibit at the museum, madam. A truly blood-curdling scene in which the murderer is emerging from his own grave.
Thanks for your patronage there, Judge. We appreciate it.
Of
The
course.
scene it depicts was the subject of many rumors in London 10 years ago. My squeaky chair is squeaking because I'm rocking back and forth.
Makes sense.
I have here a newspaper from the time. Bam! Chucks it at the boy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The
Oh, yeah.
special exhibit was based upon the picture in this article. God. It was the most detailed account of what happened, as reported by the eyewitnesses who saw it.
Interesting.
Let's look at it.
Yeah, I want to look at it.
Wanna look at it?
Gonna look at it. I'm just gonna look at it, okay?
You right, proposing. Is she saying yes, or is she having so much fun at this trial? Like, she's, we.
Is the law masks to blame for the great blaze? Man rises from the grave. Mad sheep rampage.
I want to read that fucking story. Let's go.
Charles Darwin to receive Copley Medal.
Hmm.
The Great Stink. Parliament is to finally address the foul issue.
Okay.
What was this again? Right. The contract.
Right. Yeah, they had a contract going.
Yeah.
Man rises from the grave. It's too absurd for words.
Yeah.
Sir, you're asserting teleportation is real.
Right. Like Jesus Christ.
I don't
The
see your
public
point.
enjoy absurdity, Monsieur.
Monsieur.
Oh fuck. That is why I have reproduced the scene as carefully as possible in my museum.
And it's a waxwork from that exhibit that was stolen some days before the incident of the Great Exhibition, wasn't it?
Raven, I apologize for nothing.
I was gonna say, it's like, don't apologize.
Yeah, no, never.
No. French language deserves to be butchered. Deserves it.
Oh shit. Goddamn, alright, shit.
Get it out of here.
That is correct. The professor you see before you here.
Most puzzling.
Is true.
Counsel for defense. Proceed with the cross-examination.
Hurts my soul.
Oh, there he is.
The waxwork links Drebber to Dr. Sith. There has to be some reason for that, which hasn't yet come to light. But I'll find it. I'll get to the bottom of what really happened. I'll prove that Dr. Sith and Drebber were in on this crime together.
Get him.
Those
Hell yeah.
stinky buttholes.
Those absolute buttholes.
I bet Dr. Sith is the professor.
Yo, that'd be great.
Yeah.
The special exhibit in the House of Horrors is based on a rumor that shocked society in London. Hold it! All right.
Incredible.
And that rumor would be...
Oh, goddamn it. A 10-year-old tale now, but one that no Londoner would ever forget. Who was number one?
Ah, right. I know just what you're thinking about.
Oh, so
We're talking about, I think. No, you're just kind of a boring regular guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, it couldn't be anything else.
Yes! That story will never disappear!
The tale of the condemned killer rising from the dead. That is the central attraction of my House of Horrors.
That's the central attraction for the House of Horrors.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The rumor was whispered all over the city.
Those lemon stealing whores.
Is this me?
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Okay, fair. It was in Lowgate Cemetery, behind the prison, in the dead of night after the execution of the killer. The intern professor slid back the stone slab covering his tomb and emerged from his grave. A young man who witnessed this felt a scream welling up inside him. Oh. But an instant later, he heard an ear-splitting gunshot from over his shoulder. The bullet struck the emerging corpse, and he fell motionless once more. The scream finally found its way from the mouth of the young witness, who turned and ran for his life. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. What a tale.
The corpse climbed out of his own grave? Yeah, I don't think Dr. Sith can be the professor, because they did the alleged confirmation of death.
Yeah.
But I think they were trying to let the professor get away with it.
For
By
some
being like,
reason.
yeah, they're dead.
For some reason.
Interesting.
No.
For some reason.
And then somebody shot him? Who? Who was it?
It wasn't me.
Nobody knows, even today. But remember, it was just a rumor. Perhaps nothing more than a ghost story. Alright. Shit, girl. The good people of London, they love stories like this. That's fair. That is why it was in every newspaper across the capital.
Oh, and Madame Two Spells to whisper rumors in my ear.
Oh my
Hey.
gosh, same?
But was it just a story?
Nah.
I mean, this is exactly the scene that can be seen today at your museum, isn't it?
The exhibit was modeled on that very illustration. For a while afterwards, the contents of that article were reproduced in every newspaper imaginable.
Madam, might I say something?
You might
No.
not. Yeah.
You're right. Please, go ahead, mademoiselle. Fuck.
Madame Wassel.
Madame Wassel. Good old Madame Wassel.
Oh, God damn it.
When something is described as a rumor, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's entirely made up. I believe that often, rumors contain elements of the truth.
That's fair. Ah, I see that people from the East can, oh my God, can be just as astute as the people of Europe. Okay, thanks for that, racist.
Can we be sure, for instance, that the professor's execution was successful?
It's not possible for the dead to come back to life. You should believe me, I'm a witch.
Sorry?
Yeah. 10 years ago, I was there in Lowgate Cemetery. After the criminal known as the professor was killed by hanging, I took a wax impression of his visage from the corpse just before it was interned. Or interred? Yeah, interred. So I can assure you, the man was dead.
I see.
That's fucked.
It would certainly appear that the condemned man suffered the intended fate.
Okay.
An impression of the visage was taken directly from the corpse in accordance with the Two Spells family principles. All right.
Is that true of every waxwork in your museum then?
A little bit, yeah. It is. Assuming the subject is dead, of course. Live subjects have to cooperate in a similar way. That's how I got old Chomsy's face. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right, yeah. I have letters from imprisoned criminals all the time. You know, yeah, like, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
What sort of letters?
They're all like, please let me be in your museum. And I'm like, your crimes weren't severe enough, so no. when my time comes, please make a waxwork of me. What fucking French thing is that? So I can.
Comme ça.
Comme ça.
Nice.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
I really want to go to this Comic-Con. No.
No. A museum is famous, Monsieur. To be made into a waxwork is an honor, and for some criminals, a symbol of status even.
Because nothing's just hardened criminal better than wax.
It's really hurting Raven what I'm doing. And it is thanks to one killer in particular that my museum has gained such popularity in London. I refer to the star of the special exhibit, of course, the Professor.
Whose form you claim to have captured by taking an impression from the actual corpse.
Oh, a little bit lag. There we go. There are no exceptions to the principles of two spells. I'm timed out. I don't even know what fucking accent this is. I just with the 22 spells. Hey, I don't fucking know. We're just having fun. Yeah.
Am I Jersey? Am I Brooklyn? Am I fucking anywhere else? Who knows?
Who knows? Who can tell?
A little bit of each. I'm like an American doing an English accent. Sometimes I'm from the
Yeah.
north, sometimes South London. Who gives a fuck?
Listen,
What
all
it
those
is.
areas are the same. Ask any
Right.
local, they'll say the same.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
New Jersey, Boston, New York, they're all the same.
New York and New Jersey especially, they love
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about
They
how similar they are to
love
one
that.
another.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's their favorite thing to talk about.
Due to the one thing we can all agree on, that ain't French. Like, yeah. I enlisted the aid of the gravedigger and created a mold for the head in the cemetery just before the interment.
We're so
Alright.
simpatico, we finish each other's bada gottoms.
Hell yeah.
Bada gottoms. Surely that's illegal, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not on trial, am I? Shit.
Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem the proprietress of this repository of novelties was blinded by monetary greed.
It had nothing to do with money. The man is a part of London's criminal history. That is why I had to sculpt him, to record this history. It is my raison d'etre of the Two Spells Museum.
My raisin debtor.
My raison d'etre.
But if a man was convicted in a closed court and sent for immediate execution,
The amount that I wish my high school French teacher could see me now.
then surely nobody but the members of the judiciary present know the killer's true identity.
I'm timed out. Like, I expected it. And even then, I was appalled.
You're welcome. I assure you, behind that mask is hidden the true face of the professor.
Do you realize what you're saying? The professor's identity is a national secret.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Why?
I understand.
Yeah, sure.
And now that the truth about the special exhibit has been revealed, it must perhaps close. Yeah.
Of course it will. As will your entire museum if you don't tread very carefully, madam.
Well, look, I'm very powerful. You can't do shit to me.
What's that
could
word
be
you just said?
You're right. That could be another interesting chapter in the history of my family, I think, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'll move to Vegas or something.
Yeah, well, Vegas is something known about it.
So, 10 years ago, on the night of the professor's execution, you took a wax impression of his face from the corpse?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
We. Exactament. I'm hurting
so
myself doing it.
Nah, it's fine.
I hit myself until he gave me a signal. Sorry, chat. I hit myself until he gave me a signal. I was there for a very long time that night.
Hold it!
You were there longer than you expected to be?
Yeah. I had some difficulties in capturing the subject's form correctly. As I removed the mask, the mouth of the cadaver fell open and I had some problems with the chin.
Yuck.
Dare I ask?
The man had been dead for a short while already, you see. So what had happened was, his muscles were relaxing and consequently, his chin would not align itself correctly, so I had to jiggle it around a little bit and get it all lined up, you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Actually, why are your jaws shut nowadays?
Oh.
Oh dear, what a horrible thought.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking gross, huh? Under normal circumstances, I would have an assistant with me. However, that night, I was alone. And as a consequence, I've missed my preferred window of time. Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, they start to get a little bit stinky after a little bit, so yeah. When I take the impression of the visage of a cadaver, I always wait until 3 hours after death. Okay.
Why 3 hours? Is that amount of time significant?
They get cold enough or something? It's because of the rigor mortis.
A wriggly mortis?
Oh.
It's the name given to a phenomenon that occurs in recently deceased bodies. They get all stiff.
Oh.
As a rule, 3 hours post-death, the muscles in the body begin to stiffen.
Yeah.
By approximately 10 hours post-death, the entire body is completely rigid and inflexible.
Ooh.
And then from that point on, the muscles slowly start to revert to their relaxed state. Huh.
It's true.
It
Wow.
is true, yeah.
The effect is often used to estimate the time of death when a body is discovered.
That's neat.
Yeah.
If mildly horrifying. Well,
Yeah.
that was an
Yup.
education, if a slightly scary one.
As the Mademoiselle says, rigor mortis commences 3 hours after death, and it starts in the jaw.
Carrie, no, that's Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle says.
Mademoiselle. Yeah.
Mademoiselle and DeGeneres.
Exactly, you go. There you go.
I see. So that's why you wait.
Before that time, the mouth falls open, and it is very difficult to do my work. So he was killed less than 3 hours before he was in the grave.
It's getting kind of hard for me to do my work with all this talk of corpses. Or longer than that. I wonder about that information the course just heard from Madame Tuspels.
It's significant?
Do we want to wait and see if she gives us more, or is it wait and see that we don't want to play option?
Right now, no, because they're not about to make a judgment. That's we can come back and press this again if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just wait and see.
You'd rather pretend I didn't hear any of those grim details and try to forget all about it.
Comment
Thank you,
yellow,
madam.
you
Please
are
continue.
correct. This case is perfect for Spooky Month. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Certainly. So, you comprehend a little of the process now, and why it took me so long that night.
Pressure on this last one, and then we'll go back.
As dawn approached, I was very worried that I could be discovered.
Hold it!
All right.
You said that dawn was approaching.
Yeah.
What was the time of day then, approximately?
Like 4:30? Well, I couldn't say. I don't know. I ain't gotta watch. But then I left the cemetery with my utensils and wax. The morning light was becoming visible.
I don't know what you mean, Raven. Raven. They're speaking it very fluently.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I
There's
took
nothing
French
wrong
in
with
high
it.
school. I am
Yeah.
nailing this. Like,
She knows what she's talking about.
I only passed French in high school because I was friends with the French teacher.
aw, my French teacher hated me, and it was bullshit. It was one of those, oh, you're Stuart Johnson's little sister?
Oh.
And I was like, right, it was bullshit. I was like, that's horseshit. He's so much
Mine
worse
was
than
like,
me.
he's just kind of a nerd, and so we just chatted about stuff, or we'd watch DuckTales in French. And
Aw.
And because I wasn't a dick to him like everyone else in my school, he's like, no, you're cool. So I think I got like an A in French 9, and that's the last one I ever took. I was like, I don't have to anymore. I'm out.
No, dude, as soon as I could drop French, I was like, fucking bye. Like, yeah, never again.
Damn.
Oh, whole fucking time. Fuck that shit.
The execution took place on 17th of June, which had the earliest sunrise of that year.
Ooh.
Indeed. First light.
Hey! Sorry, just because I said 4:30 and he was like fucking 4:40. I was real fucking close with my joke. Like, let's go.
Oh, nice.
Very proud of myself. Let's go.
Indeed. The first light would have been around 4:40 in the morning.
That's really early.
Or really late, depends on your perspective on things. The fact is, I have very little time, so I finished my work in a half hour. It was necessary to complete the impression and buried the body before daybreak, of course. If somebody had discovered me there, it would have been a catastrophe, so I had to hurry.
Is it me, or does Mr. Sholmes seem to be taking shape more quickly now, too?
Hell yeah.
You suddenly appear to extraordinary lengths for your work, madam.
Yeah.
I wonder, is what she said particularly significant? So we could check the time of death on the autopsy report for the professor,
Yeah.
because if rigor mortis is confirmed at midnight at the 14th of June,
So then rigor mortis would have
set in.
Yeah,
would have set in at 3 or
3
so,
a.m.
and then it's over the next 10 hours. So we could probably present this on the previous statement, because they shouldn't have been losing rigor mortis if they were only there at 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get him.
So then this statement is wait and see.
Yeah, I don't think this has. It's kind of either or. Both of them. I guess we could do it on either, because both refer to the same moment. All it really told us is that sunrise in Great Britain is extremely early at the height of summer, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the last one talked. Yeah, but I think presenting in either would work, or pushing them in either, I think works. Thank you, madame. That's all clear now.
How frustrating. I was not concentrating on Mr. Sholmes here, and I've taken away too much wax. Stupid fucking trial
Crap.
making me ruin this handsome man's face.
So that's all I have to go on.
What's your feeling, Mr. Naruhodo?
For some reason, Dr. Sith went along with Drebber's plan. Now, if that's really true, then the professor is the only other thing we know of that links the pair of them. So I feel sure that waxwork must be. So I feel sure that waxwork must be a clue to this mystery somehow.
Nice. In that case, we must use his cross-examination to uncover exactly what it means. Otherwise, the jurors are sure to revert their leanings, and the trial will be over.
I agree, but interestingly, uncovering what the professor has to do with all of this means more to Lord Van Zieks than anyone. That's the impression I'm getting, anyway.
Yes, as do I.
Nice.
After all, he has a profound connection to the professor as well.
All right, let's press around this one.
Here, it's super fucked up. What were the hours? Wriggly mortis. Boop.
It's significant.
The information about rigor mortis that you said, that you just shared with us, would you mind including it in your formal testimony? I believe it could be significant, you see.
Of course. I don't mind at all.
So we might just
Maybe
have
I
to
could do
pursue
the-
both of those things, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, hell yeah.
I can't help feeling that after this latest topic, the atmosphere in the courtroom has become extremely grave.
This is no time for jokes, Mr. Sato.
Madam,
When,
Hello,
Mr. Naruhodo?
Colonel's your testimony discussed.
Bien, sir.
It's really the kind of girl you gotta find yourself, is the kind that's like, when is the time?
Yeah, dude. It took me a very long time because it was before the onset of rigor mortis.
Let's press her real quick.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Rigor mortis being the phenomenon you described whereby the corpse becomes stiff after death?
Yeah.
I think you said that it starts at the jaw about 3 hours post-death, is that right?
Yeah. Cest car. Of course, the exact duration depends a little on the season.
Oh, it's cast car. Come on.
Cest car. Sorry, you're right.
Jeez.
I need to be better at my French.
My French.
My French.
I didn't realize a waxwork artisan to be so well versed in the subject.
Yeah, I'm very clever. Non. That is elementary knowledge in the field of legal medicine.
Well, I had no idea about it, but maybe I won't admit to my ignorance about forensic science.
I could ask my father to give you a very simple primer if you like.
I think corpses should be your domain. I'm not good with them.
Oh dear. I'll do my very best.
Fucking dead eyes. She had
Right?
No.
Jesus. As dawn approached, I was very worried that I could be discovered. Okay,
So
all right.
blast through all this to make her change her statement.
Bibbidi-bibbidi-bap and boopin'.
Bibbidi-bibbidi-bibbidi-bop.
Insignificant!
Madam, those details about how long it took you to complete the sculpture and the early sunrise. Could you include them in your testimony? I believe they may be significant.
Okay. Of course. If you would like me to.
You're quite right, Mr. Naruhodo. It is intriguing. A sunrise at 4 in the morning would be absolutely unimaginable at home, wouldn't it?
That's not quite what I meant by significant.
Can I amend your formal testimony then, madam?
Okay. With pleasure, my lord. I hurried to finish my work in the half hour before sunrise. Then I left as soon as the corpse was interred.
Okay.
Took me a very
Because it
long
was
time,
before the onset of
before the
rigor
onset of
mortis.
rigor mortis.
So this is
Yeah.
where we could present the autopsy report. So death was confirmed at midnight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yeah, okay.
His hand.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Madam Two Spells,
Yeah?
I have here an autopsy report that was filed 10 years ago now. It confirms the death of the professor following his execution at the gallows.
And? Is that a problem?
I believe it is, because your testimony and a particular detail in the report completely contradict one another.
Oh shit, really? Oh crap. Koi?
Are you going to explain yourself, my Nepalese friend?
Oh shit.
According to her testimony, Madam Two Spells was creating her wax impression just before dawn.
Fucking keyboard smash.
So upset.
And at that time, rigor mortis had not yet set in. Am I correct so far, madam?
Yeah. You are, yeah. As I said, the stiffening of the jaw is the first sign of rigor mortis, 2 or 3 hours after death. But the man's chin was limp, so he cannot have been dead for a long time.
But on the other hand, if you look at Dr. Sith's report, it quite clearly states the following. Death by hanging confirmed at midnight, 17th of June.
No.
Yeah. If the professor indeed died at midnight that day, then by the time you were sculpting his face, rigor mortis would already have set in.
Yes. You're right. The chin, though, it would have been completely stiff. Like, what the fuck?
In other words, this report is wrong.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. All right.
No coroner makes mistakes when recording the time of death. The very idea is absurd.
In that case, there's only one possible conclusion. The execution didn't actually take place at the stated time.
Oh my god!
Impossible!
Smash a glass, you fuck!
Order! And counsel, this is Brown Fuller! And not only do you indict the author of the report, Dr. Sith, but you also implicate members of a staff of Barclay Prison, where the execution took place.
By heck.
My learned friend appears to have overlooked one very crucial fact.
What fact?
I don't deal in facts.
The professor died that night without question.
He did! Of course he did! I moved the man's limp jaw with my own hands and stuff. Wait, he objected. There was no...
Yes, the professor died that night.
Yeah.
But what if he didn't die at the gallows?
Didn't die it? Are you insane? What exactly are you suggesting did happen in that case?
It's almost impossible to believe, but it would explain the link between Dr. Sith, the professor, and that one other person of interest.
The one other person.
That other person.
I have evidence that will explain exactly what I'm suggesting happened that night.
Counsel, present the evidence at once! The evidence that allegedly explains what happened on that night of the professor's execution.
Uh-oh. Okay, what do we got?
We got this.
Uh-oh.
Explains what really happened on the night. Okay. Drebber's contract, Mr. Odie has been blah, blah, blah.
Drebber
It's has to do
is
with
the
it.
professor.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No. Not that. We examined this, right? Did we examine this? Is there not? Oh, there's a little keyhole there. Right,
Oh,
because
nice.
she has the
Yeah,
key.
She's got the key, yeah.
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 Okay. Science trophy. Camera. It does have like the blood stain in it. So I don't know. Do you think he killed him because they thought? Do you think they thought they killed him, but he didn't? Like he rose out of the grave.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
The big thing is that allegedly they were shot, and the blood on that points to that possibly being the case.
Yeah.
But if that is the case, then who's in the grave? If he would be the professor?
Well, like the professor would. They thought they killed him, so they buried him, but I don't know. They didn't somehow. I don't know. Autopsy report for Asman. Yeah, this is all pertaining to the other stuff. So the things that we have that would involve the waxwork here, the professor is the camera, the head, the autopsy reports, and this paper, the newspaper.
Paper, maybe? Because if he got out of the grave and killed someone, like say the gravedigger,
Yeah.
and then put the gravedigger in the grave,
Oh.
then the body would be less than 3 hours from death,
Yeah.
and he could then have pretended to come upon the body.
Oh.
And because it's a national secret, no one would be able to look at the face and be like, no, that's not true.
Fair.
Interesting.
I'm gonna save real quick before we
I'll go call.
go forward. Luckily, our fucking marks got reset, but just want to be safe.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's try it.
Take that!
Take
Tell
that, bitch.
No.
Get him.
I think that worked.
What happened that night is written very plainly in this newspaper article. Executed criminal returns in the dead of night at local cemetery.
You're suggesting it was a corpse coming back from the dead now?
Well, if this article is to be believed, yes. The professor, assumed dead following his execution, emerged from his grave and was killed again.
Wow.
Don't be a fool. That's simply a rumor published by the gutter press.
I guess the other answer is that he just wasn't dead yet.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you be certain of that?
Are you serious?
The point is, as the article says, there was a witness to what happened.
My word, yes indeed.
Maze Wee, the young man who stole into the cemetery by chance that night.
Of course there was a witness. The story didn't write itself. But obviously the man made it all up.
In any case, this was 10 years ago now. There would be surely be no hope of finding him.
Fuck you.
On the contrary, my lord, we all know this witness well.
What?
Are you suggesting, Hound, that you identify the person in question? That you know who claims to have seen these utterly incredible events take place?
Yes, my lord. In fact, you could say that he's right here, before my very eyes. He's over there in the corner.
He's right fucking there.
You will substantiate your latest claim now, then, Guzzle! Who is the alleged witness of this staggering scene from the cemetery 10 years ago?
Is it Drebber?
Is it Drebber?
The little check boy.
Joey, get him. Drag his ass.
The man in question is Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Drebber?
The previous witness?
The special exhibit in the House of Horrors at Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxwork recreates that decade-old scene in great detail. The condemned criminal emerging from the grave, and beside the tomb, a young man with a lantern stumbling upon the terrifying sight. And that young man is a 10-year younger Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Got him. Fucking got him.
Order! Shall it not, counsel?
Says Drebber in the newspaper, Your Honor.
Like right there.
You illiterate
there.
fucks.
Yeah.
Drebber was there in Logate Cemetery?
What's all this talk about Mr. Drebber? Is the name significant? Oh my god, bitch.
Of course, Madame Two-Spells doesn't know, does she? Yes, it's extremely significant, Madame. To your situation as well, in fact.
Oh shit. What situation? I didn't do nothing wrong apart from all this grave robbing I told
The
you all
theft
about.
of the Professor Waxwork from your museum some days ago.
Oh right, that crime. Okay, cool.
It was perpetrated by the very same man.
Oh shit, what? None. but that would mean.
Madame Two-Spells.
Yeah.
It would appear you know the name, Enoch Drebber.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I know it. But from long ago in the past.
What?
Far away times.
Oh my!
We was snogging, you see.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we
God.
was macking a whole bunch.
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Give us that tea. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
The story of the young man and the terrible sight he witnessed in the cemetery 10 years ago was published in every single newspaper in London, so I don't gotta tell you shit, and throughout Great Britain. Me. However, in all of the articles, the witness was simply described as a certain young man. No details were published about his identity. His name was never revealed.
Doesn't it say Drebber in the newspaper?
Like, right? Like, what the fuck?
But, hold on.
But isn't...
Yeah, Mr. Drebber's dreadful encounter.
Yeah. So what the fuck? She's lying.
What the fuck?
Bitch.
It might just be
Bitches, right
wrong
there.
in this instance. Also,
Maybe.
I think they mentioned that their exhibit plus every other article, it was aping that article.
Oh.
So it's possible every future article didn't include it.
Maybe.
Who's it? That is, apart from in one newspaper.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
The Daily Circus. Very reputable paper. Terrible name. It is the paper from which comes the article I've already shown the court.
You're saying that his full name was only publicized in that article?
Yeah.
Goodness me! Yes, here it is! The university student who experienced this shocking event is Mr. Enoch Drebber. A disciple of science at the University of London and a resident of its student dorms.
Unbelievable.
Look, like his fucking pictures there and everything. Like, why is this a big old fucking secret? When I read the article, I went to meet with the man. His discovery of the condemned criminal coming back to life in the cemetery in the dead of night. It's pretty fucking cool. We'll make a perfect exhibit for my house of horrors, whether it was the truth or not.
I see. So you went to meet Mr. Drebber in order to sculpt a waxwork of the man, did you?
Yeah. Exactament. He was studying science at the University of London in those days. He was just a poor student. I paid him £5 to model for the waxwork. And since that time, it has been in my museum. Yeah, it's been in my museum to recreate the scene of terror from the cemetery. Why everybody acting like it's a fucking secret? He's been in my museum for 10 years and his name was in the fucking article. Why y'all shocked about this?
I don't read. I didn't get out much.
My job is
I noticed a thing talking
Yeah?
about Krakatoa's eruptions
Oh.
in the newspaper, and I was like, we could zero in on a closer date to fucking when this could have happened, but no, the closest it gives is fucking 1883, which is way too far ahead.
No. Neat.
So,
Oh, yeah.
10 years ago, a young man appealed to the public about an extraordinary event he'd witnessed. A criminal who had been put to death re-emerging from his grave in the middle of the night. But the public treated his claim as nothing more than an amusing anecdote that was soon forgotten. 10 years later, the same man steals a waxwork model of the executed criminal, ostensibly to use as a body double for the victim in the case we're discussing here today. Even though the waxwork's build is a poor match for the victim, and its face is obscured by a mask. So the question is, why would the man do such a thing? Which brings us to 3 days ago, when the birdcage crashed into the Crystal Tower.
Great movie.
Great movie.
If the birdcage had in fact contained
Great
not the
movie.
body of Mr. Assman, but the same waxwork, the coroner from Scotland Yard who'd investigated Dr. Sith would have noticed immediately. And yet, she submitted this autopsy report for the victim, which the court has seen earlier. Why?
Because the waxwork was that of the professor. Is that what you're saying?
Well, bet yeah.
Dr. Sith put her name to a document confirming the death of a condemned criminal who is still alive. A criminal whose apparent resurrection was witnessed by Mr. Drebber. But that misconduct was a deadly secret the coroner would do anything to protect. Which is precisely why Mr. Drebber used that particular waxwork as the body double.
Smash a glass, you fuck.
No.
My lord,
Why not?
this court must summon Dr. Sith to the stand.
Spite.
The defense is determined to find out exactly how the coroner and Mr. Drebber are connected.
But according to the missive I received this morning through the prosecutor's office, Dr. Sith is unable to participate in these proceedings. Is that not the case?
She told us so herself, didn't she? Lord Van Zeeks won't be summoning me as a witness. Lord Strongheart has forbidden it.
Yes. Lord Strongheart.
Nice.
It's.
The Pandora's box you were warned about. Out. Is the professor case. But please don't make the mistake of thinking you'll get any information about it out of me.
Something happened on the night of that killer's execution 10 years ago. And surely nobody would want to get to the bottom of that more than Lord Van Zeeks.
The prosecution calls for the instructions in that missive to be scrapped.
Oh, shit.
But Lord Van Zeeks, the missive was issued from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Fuck you!
Oh my God, he's like
But they
yelling at the
assigned
judge.
prosecutor as the final say on policy in any particular trial. In other words, me.
Smash your
Yes.
Let Enoch Drebber and Dr. Sith both take the stand together.
glass. Oh, fuck.
Order! Very well, I will uphold your request. Bailiff, send a subpoena with immediate effect. Addressed to Dr. Sith of the Forensic Investigation Team. The woman is compelled to attend to Her Majesty's orders.
All right then, Enoch Drebber and Dr. Sith. If they weren't colluding with one another, this crime could never have been committed. I'm just a stone's throw away. I can feel it. The truth behind all of this is about to come out.
Next time
The truth
on
come
Dragon
out.
Ball Z.
Nice.
I'm glad she's still here.
Yep.
So
A
am
good
I.
time.
Yeah.
So goddamn pretty.
Uh,
Proposy, like, did he run out of glasses or something? He needs to fucking smash some. We're gonna be
No.
so in debt, you fuck. Like-
Thank you for your attendance at such short notice, Dr. Sith.
I was assured that I wouldn't have to do this. This is horseshit. I'm disappointed in you, Lord Van Zeeks.
I have
You've
read this.
completely betrayed the agreed policy of both Scotland Yard and the prosecutor's office.
Betrayal is not in my nature, as long as the truth isn't compromised. If it is, and if there's even a hint of wrongdoing, then no matter whom it concerns or disgruntles, I will pursue the matter to the bitter end, as would any prosecutor worth his salt.
It doesn't mean you're not a dick, though.
Fuck you.
Mr. Drebber! You took the victim's life by means of a machine that you constructed in your workshop. And Dr. Sith. As the investigating coroner, you were the first on the scene to examine the victim's body. It is the belief of the defense that you collaborated with each other and were both complicit in this crime.
And where's your evidence?
At present, we have no definitive evidence, but we do have a very significant clue.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking, of course, about the waxwork.
Oh shit, right, that thing.
What?
This
What?
model of the killer known as the Professor, who was sentenced to death 10 years ago.
You don't need to tell me. I witnessed the man's execution with my own eyes and officially pronounced him dead.
That remains to be seen.
Oh yeah? Is that so?
Yeah.
Oh,
According to the newspaper reports from the time, on the night following his execution, the killer came back to life.
Well, that's fucking dumb. Don't waste my time.
And the sole witness to that mysterious event was you, Mr. Drebber, wasn't it?
He's not saying fucking anything. It's
If
literally
what
like,
you
just get
saw
up
in
there,
the
don't
gravy-
say anything.
You don't fucking say shit, bud.
Oh, yeah, it is what happened.
If what you saw in that graveyard that night 10 years ago wasn't some chilling fiction, but reality, it would make you privy to a very great secret of Dr. Sith's. A secret so profound it could compel the coroner to agree to collaborate in your evil scheme, in fact.
Oh.
Mr. Drebber, tell the court. Tell everyone the truth of what you saw that night in Lowgate Cemetery.
Oh, he was the student who saw it.
You can see the resemblance actually, can't you? With the man and the two spells, I mean.
I really want some potato salad.
He was a research student at the university, wasn't he?
Yeah,
You bet your
Very
brother
good
was on that or
parents.
something.
Cut.
Oh my god.
I like how all like Ace Attorney characters also have like their own One Piece laugh.
Yeah.
That's true. You're right.
What an interesting twist.
How would you know that I'm right? You you don't know anything
I've
about
decided
One
that you're right.
Piece. Okay.
Me? Oh, I know
You-
One
no.
Piece. What the fuck are you talking about?
Also,
No, that
dude,
was
fucking
directed at
Chase
Carrie.
keeps sending me
Oh.
fucking One Piece TikToks. I know things about One Piece now.
Did you know? Did you know the thing
I
about
know
the
there's
laugh?
stupid laughs. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Anytime. Also Chase. Anytime he's recording, if we need him to do like a fucking laugh, he'll always do a One Piece laugh first,
Good.
and then he'll
She,
call
she,
it
she,
a
she,
One
she.
Piece laugh, and then do a real laugh. So I knew about their laughs.
All right. Fine.
Like,
All
When
right.
at the time, not one person would take me seriously.
oh,
Yet now, here we are, 10 years later, and suddenly my story matters. And in a court of law, too.
Holy shit.
do it. Break it down, boy. Let's go.
Very well, then, if everyone so wishes. Let's be frank. I'll tell you the truth of what happened that night, for what it's worth.
Shut up.
Well,
Go on, then.
Motherfucker, say something I like.
So, Mr. Drebber, your testimony, please, about the events of that night 10 years ago. You will tell the court exactly what you stumbled across in Lowgate Cemetery. Do it.
yes, of course, as you wish.
Oh, thank God.
He's just waiting for the judge to compel him to testify.
Yeah.
Otherwise he's like, I'm not doing it unless you make me.
That's not how this works. It's not how this works. I mean, it's kind of how this works, but, like, you're a bitch.
You're being a bit of a dick right now, I'm just saying. Like everybody else being all cooperative and shit. I'm like, hey, fucking stop your work day. Get on over here. No, you don't have time for lunch. You gotta be in a trial now. And they're all like, yeah, I'm happy to help. But no, you come into my quarters and they'll be like, no, do it. Compel me, Your Honor. Make me say. You know, I got places to be, you know. I have a ball of yarn I've been throwing around my living room for the last 3 months, and I've almost completed my task. What it is, I'm not quite sure, but I feel confident I'm nearly there.
What a good
You're
point.
ruining it for me, Drebber. You're ruining it for me.
Like, the whole courtroom goes silent after that rant. Like,
It's like,
Well, go on,
yeah.
then.
Well, I compel you to speak, whatever. Fucking, there you go. You go what you want.
You got what you wanted.
I'll bang my little hammer. Say the words now.
Oh my god.
The reason I was in Lowgate Cemetery at all 10 years ago was for a spot of moonlighting, shall we say. Yes, the illustration in that newspaper article was based on what I witnessed that night. But thinking back now, I realized that I never actually saw the professor. Soon afterwards, I was visited by a young woman who sculpted a model of me from wax. Then I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist, and it was all because of that newspaper article.
fucking why?
But why though?
Wait a minute! You're claiming you didn't actually see the professor now? Of course. You'd have to have a screw loose if you believed a corpse could come back from the dead. What? So, you're saying this article is... not worth the paper it's printed on? I think that would describe it perfectly. Yes.
You're a bitch!
You're a bitch!
He's a bitch. And the details in the article aren't true.
He is a bitch, really!
He is a bitch. I don't like this guy. You know what? Vince, rip this guy a new one.
Get him!
Get him! Get your weird little freaky apprentice does. Stab him up a little bit.
Take that toothpick of a sword and just run it through the man. Just do it. I'll say I won't say a thing.
I'll section it. Everyone, I order you to all turn around for 30 seconds. There you go. Give him just a light skewering.
Oh, we better do it. He's a judge. Like, we have to turn around.
Yeah, he is a judge. Everyone's
Yeah, he is a judge. They all fucking turn around. Yeah. Oh,
Dude, shows in the
nullifies
fucking
your
crowd.
argument.
Like, this is getting cold.
Yeah.
Shows holding a mirror up, still turned around, but just looking through. He's like, you never told me I couldn't use this.
He fucking would, though. Oh,
Slams
my
gavel.
God.
Put away your mirrors.
Shows,
Oh, yeah.
not
No.
again.
Not again.
Oh. Anywho, it nullifies your argument for why Mr. Drebber and Dr. Sith would have been together.
Working together.
So he's discrediting himself to
Or
cripple my
working
argument?
together, sorry. No, they were together. They were smooching.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Tell me, witness. You claim to have been in the cemetery on some auxiliary business. Could you elaborate?
You yarn ruining fuck.
All right.
That's right. Grave robbing, to be precise.
I can't believe how many people I'm gonna put away for grave robbing after this fucking trial.
As you know, Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison. So, among students at the university, it had a reputation for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts.
Everything you say.
Yes, exhuming fresh corpses to sell is reasonably lucrative. Of course, I never laid a finger on any valuables buried with the dead.
So you were one of those so-called resurrectionists, a particularly unpleasant scourge on society.
Oh my god.
Actually, my fellows and I went by another name. The Repurposers.
That is quite beyond the pale. You would invite a fine, reputable person, sir.
I'm missing an eye and a hand, so... fuck it, yeah, that's pretty spot on.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
You're a bitch.
Yes, well, I think I suffered retribution. Oh, literally, I think that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no, it was the newspaper. The Daily Circus eventually unearthed my name and put it in print. It caused me a great many headaches. In the end, I had to leave the university. That was the only paper with the bad grace to identify me unambiguously, I might add. The dicks?
You're a dick.
Oh shit.
Yes. I see.
Out of interest, who drew the illustration for this article?
Ah, yes. That was the reporter who exposed me. He sketched that right in front of me as I described the scene.
Damn.
Yeah, shit.
Dude's fucking quick. Obviously, as time ticked on, I bitterly regretted what I'd said, done, I can't remember, claiming to have seen something I never truly saw. Foolish. Very foolish.
Done.
Yes, done.
Nice.
It looked too big to be saw.
Well, counsel, for the defense, you may proceed with the cross-examination now. Fucking get him.
At once, my lord.
Yeah.
German new asshole, Renosuke. I believe in you. Get him.
I believe you. You know what? I'm never rooting for you, but this time I am.
But in this case, I'm making an exception.
Hell yeah.
What? I'm usually rooting for Vanzeeks. I crave blood.
I like the cut of his jib.
Oh.
The reason I was in Lowgate Cemetery at all 10 years ago was for a spot of moonlighting, shall we say.
We shan't.
By moonlighting, you mean grave robbing, do you? Surely you only need to look at the graveyard scene and my appearance to gauge the answer to that?
The lantern and spade.
But who on earth would want to buy a dead body?
any major hospital.
Hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to better
66.
understand the human, I was thinking and I didn't do it. Understand the human body, the study of anatomy is crucial to the medical science. Or it's to medical science, that's why I added in the word the, I'm sorry. But
Yeah,
there
yeah.
isn't a hospital in the world that had enough specimens to
To
work.
work with.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Though, obviously, they can't openly express an interest in obtaining more by
He's sat there in the
dubious
coroner's
means.
office like, I think it's time for Order 61. Oh.
Yeah, dude, damn it.
Cut to them sat outside a drive-thru. Yeah, can I get 2 large pizzas, 1 half pepperoni?
Why do you guys have such a
Love
huge
61.
menu, by the way?
No,
61 items? 61?
too many.
It's actually 66 items. Nobody ever gets the last item, though.
That makes sense.
Did you already read
That's
this?
a chance.
Yes, I
Yeah.
read it, yes. Yes, I did the thing, yes.
As aspiring scientists, we young research students had no money to work with, as I'm sure you can imagine. So we made surreptitious arrangements with our hospital via some of our medical student acquaintances. We would never take anything of value from the graves. This was all for the furtherance of science, you see. That's what we all told ourselves every time we stole into the graveyard at night, spade in hand.
You realize body snatching is a serious crime. If you were caught, you could expect the gravest of consequences.
We students were caught between the hammer
would
and
kill
the
you.
anvil. We needed funds for research. Also, statute of limitations. Bitch.
Shit, got him.
I don't like you.
Yeah, right? Like, what?
Professor Harebrain said exactly the same.
I'm quite speechless at the apparent levity with which you reveal this abhorrent behavior.
Well, if you wanted to know why I was there at Lowgate Cemetery, that's the reason. But I never expected it to end the way it did. That I regret to this day.
Okay.
Yes, the illustration in that newspaper article was based on what I witnessed that night. The strange happening at Lowgate Cemetery, which you now deny.
Yay.
Not entirely. I ran to fetch the police. At the time, you know, I was shaking like a leaf. But they didn't believe a word of it. In fact, I was very nearly arrested myself. So you went to the papers instead? I started big with the London News, but unsurprisingly, they didn't want to know either. Either. In the end, though, it was reporters from the gossip rags, the gutter press, that came to get my story. And it spread like the plague through the capital, as gossip-hungry Londoners lapped up the tale. Like
The
little
story.
kittens, with my story milk.
Whoa.
Never say story milk again.
It was so upsetting.
My tail cream.
Ah! You know what? Put him in jail for that.
You know what?
Just the judge.
Everyone turn around.
My novel butter. What do you want
Ah!
from me?
Ah!
I don't want any of this. None of it at all.
Fucking
Say
Captain
words
Jojo.
correctly.
My story milk from my brain teat.
Captain Gojo, no!
I saw it all. I saw it there with my eye nipples.
Ah! What the fuck?
Those are called pupils, Mr. Drebber. Oh, shit, really?
Really?
Well, I learn something every day.
Oh, I just... so upsetting.
Better store that with my brain juices.
Ah!
Well, no, that one's real. That one's real. Your
That
brain
one's-
does have juice.
But like, stop saying that.
But like you, though, but
like
easy.
you.
At least that one's accurate.
The story was in every single paper at the time, with the exception of some broadsheets.
And yet only 2 or 3 of them actually interviewed me personally. Most of the accounts turned out to be very interpretive ghost stories. What about the article in the Daily Circus? That particular journalist found me at my dormitory. I don't know how, but he discovered my name. So I recounted to him exactly what had happened that night. And from your description, he drew this illustration? Precisely. That's how I learned that the condemned man was the infamous professor. Because the reporter told me so. I had no idea myself, you see.
Newspaper reporters are wont to snoop around in matters that don't concern them. So the scene portrayed in the illustration is accurate then.
Well...
Drebber?
Okay, thinking back now, I realized that I never actually saw the professor at all, though.
Oh, oops.
Well, going back. There we go.
Yeah.
I was waiting to be interrogated. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the time I went to the graveyard to grave rob. I explained already, didn't I? Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison. So it was renowned amongst the students at the university for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts. For some absurd reason, I was scared of the graveyard at night. I think that's actually absurd. And as a result, only too willing to believe that nonsense about the dead coming back to life. But you said you actually saw it. I said what I'd seen in my mind's eye.
My brain
After all, my brain titties. My brain titties were sure of what they saw.
Oh.
Resurrection is impossible, isn't it? You'd have to be unhinged to think otherwise. Unless, of course, you have some evidence that proves I encountered the professor that night? Yes.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
I don't know. Is there any material evidence that could show he really did see the professor? I guess we can't prove that's his camera?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Front.
I mean,
around the neck of the
could we say
waxwork of
where we
Mr.
got
Drebber
it?
in the special exhibit with an extended dark staining is visible on the bellows. And then there's his science trophy. I mean, I think the camera is probably the closest thing that we would have to
We
evidence.
can come back to it if you want, or we can
Yeah.
go. We can just buck wild it, but I imagine that probably won't do much right now.
Yeah.
No.
I can just save before we, do anything, and then
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey business.
yeah.
Nice.
If you have anything at all, Mr. Naruhodo.
I know. I need to present it against that irritatingly backtracking statement of his. The point is, that night was a pivotal moment in my life.
Oh, we'd have to
I
present.
gained a
it against
love
the statement.
for purple fucking shirts. It's great.
Hell yeah.
Thinking back
What a good
now, I
time.
realized that the thing I said.
Yeah. I'll save real quick, and then
Okay.
why not? I'll present the camera. See what happens.
See what fucking happens.
We have examined the camera further. We've had blood on it, or what we
Yeah.
assume to
Yeah.
be blood.
Yeah. Let's fucking do it. Take that. Nope.
I think so. The defense would have The defense is sorry.
Oh, okay, good.
You fucking should be. I told you to get him, not dilly-dally.
Yeah, we probably can interrogate everything else out of him first, and then
Yeah.
that'll give us a better clue.
All right.
Soon afterwards, I was visited by a young woman who sculpted a model of me from wax. Total babe.
Who was it?
Absolute babe.
That
Who
young
did it
woman
babe?
being Madame Two-Spells, of course.
Oh, of course.
Precisely.
Right.
I must say, I didn't expect to run into her again like this 10 years later.
As I have explained, I went by the name published in the article, and Ka, I found the man.
No, it's Kamika.
Kami Ka. I'm sorry, my French ain't what it used to be. Sorry. Exactly.
Yes, the article in the Daily Circus, I think you said. I was a poor student with barely a penny to my name at the time.
Kami,
And the young
Dami,
lady
Ka.
put £5 in front of me.
So you readily consented to having a waxwork of yourself made and gave permission for it to be put on display.
I did. I should sell what little I had to sell, I concluded.
I remember now. I purchased something
There
else
we
from
go.
you that day. Nest say
Oh.
pa. Hold on, that S just to make it even more terrible.
Yes.
Did you? I can't say I remember. What was it, madame?
His camera.
There it is.
Ah.
There it is.
Oh, yes. I made a point of taking it with me whenever I made an excursion into any cemetery.
You took a camera with you, sir? To what end?
To record the details of the bodies I disinterred. But I had no intention of ever visiting a graveyard again after that night, so I sold it.
I see.
To her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that we have now.
Yeah.
But I still have it, monsieur. It is part of the special exhibit in my house of horrors. I am very meticulous about such details. It is the two spells way.
It would seem then that this is the very camera Mr.
I was gonna say Dr. Drebber.
Sorry, I gave you a title there. I'm so sorry. You're just Mr. Drebber. Took with him to locate cemetery on the night of question.
Oh, it's Cat Exosato? Yes, interesting.
Yeah, just...
Camera that Mr. Drebber had with him in the cemetery 10 years ago.
Excuse me, I nearly treated you like you were important.
Yo, right? Like, damn, bitch.
Didn't want to make that mistake.
Oof.
Then I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist. It was all because of that newspaper article. This article, you mean? Published in the Daily Circus? Yes, somebody informed the dean that it was my name that appeared in the article. And carelessly let slip that night after night, I was digging up graves. Hardly a model student, you might say. The university's reputation was execrably defiled, and I was expelled as a result.
Never heard that word.
Yeah, me neither.
Execrable. Extremely bad or
Mondayu.
unpleasant.
I had no idea.
Bondi you.
Okay. Mondayu.
Nice.
And having been run out of university, you found employment in a somewhat specialist trade.
You combined your knowledge of science with knowledge of stage magic to create various experimental machines intended to demonstrate never-before-seen technology. And you used those deceptive machines to trick the government and private investors into giving you money.
Yeah.
You can't prove that. Professor Albert Hairbrain was just your latest victim, wasn't he? Whatever are you talking about?
What do you mean?
I have no recollection of doing anything of the sort. What's Drebber up to? Why would he suddenly change his tune and recant his claim?
I wonder if perhaps it's because his circumstances have changed now.
What circumstances?
Well, if he admits to having seen the professor emerging alive from his grave 10 years ago, it will expose a secret in Dr. Sith's past that she would desperately want to hide.
Yes, of course. If Drebber and Dr. Sith are working together now, then if Drebber were to betray her, there would be no reason for her to continue to cooperate. In that case, there's only one way around it. I'll have to prove he really did see it. Prove he really did see the professor's corpse coming back from the dead, as he originally claimed.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, exactly.
Heck yeah.
So, I think...
Right, now we can use the camera for something.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's got to be either the third one that we tried originally or the fourth one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the third one here. Like, now that the camera is,
Yeah.
says the correct thing. Let's try it. Nope, never mind, I lied. I was a fool.
Dang it.
Cring.
Crap.
And we can't do it when he asks us for evidence?
He doesn't ever ask us for evidence.
Oh, yeah, he mentions it when we pressed
Yeah.
him in this one, but I don't know if we could press him or present it during that moment.
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely one of those statements that, like, demands a piece of evidence here.
Yeah.
What do we have? What could he use? Not this. Drebber's contract. Not that. That was stolen from the special exhibit. Science trophy. Yeah. Class, blah, that. Just that. Balloon. No. No. I don't know.
The newspaper article is also still kind of relevant here because he described that to a reporter by his own admission. So
Yeah.
what did he see if he didn't see the professor?
Yeah.
Mm.
Here's bad. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just gonna save. It's time to brute force it. Oh, that was it. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Mr. Drebber, but I don't believe that. Don't believe what?
Fuck you.
Your latest claim? You did see the professor on that night 10 years ago. Oh dear. We seem to be at odds. But I was there, and you were not. I know what I didn't see. The illustration with this article was drawn based upon what you told the journalist that you witnessed. A figure emerging from a tomb, wearing an iron mask.
Yes, when the killer was tried 10 years ago. It was decided in the close court's ruling that the man would wear the mask to hide his identity. It wasn't to be removed even during his execution and subsequent burial.
Not even the prison wardens were to see the man's face. But obviously, the provision of this mask was not public knowledge.
So, Mr. Drebber, as you've just heard, a lowly student of the University of London certainly wouldn't have known about the condemned man's mask. So unless you'd actually seen the professor that night, it is inconceivable that the artist would have had included the mask in the illustration.
Oh my god.
Order! Where's Mr. Drebber?
It's a vile scene, isn't it? If you look closely. And as I've already been at pains to point out, I was utterly petrified.
Oh.
Which is why I had it in my head that I'd seen such a blood-curdling sight. But afterwards, I came to my senses and realized that I'd been mistaken. You're still saying you didn't see it?
If you're stubbornly sticking to that story, witness, Then amend your testimony to explain exactly how you think your eyes deceived you.
Of course. Only too happy to oblige. I can't believe you're still not going to concede the point. Let's just give me a second to think.
Yeah, give me a second. There we
Hold
go.
on. What I in fact witnessed was a fellow grave robber at work.
A fellow
God, my
grave
fucking-
robber.
Oh, my thigh. Ow, fuck. Balls.
What'd you do?
It's just right on the left. It's like right where my leg meets my bits. It's just
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh
Ow.
no!
Why do you hurt there? I did nothing to you.
Did you
Anyways.
stretch?
A fellow grave robber? What are you talking about? Well, I wasn't the only one busy in the cemetery that night, you know. Other body snatchers were at work. Of course, when I saw one emerging from the hole he dug, my heart very nearly stopped. So that's the terrifying sight I actually saw, you see.
You're claiming it was just another student on equally insalubrious business as yourself.
Yeah,
The fuck?
Alright.
What's that mean?
Oh.
we've done salubrious before.
I forget.
Salubrious is health-giving, or healthy, so insalubrious is bad or unhealthy.
Oh.
Oh.
Or
Interesting.
unpleasant. Many of the medical students would wear metal masks to protect them from bacteria during dissections. Clearly, the fellow was using such a mask to protect his anonymity. Wouldn't you say? But there's more to the story, isn't there? The article goes on to say, in the next second, a gunshot rang out suddenly from behind. The bullet pierced the resurrected man's chest, whose breath then stilled once more.
We might assume that the sexton discovered the miscreants at work, perhaps, and fired one of them.
If a gravedigger had shot someone in the cemetery, I think it might have been rather big news, my lord.
Huh? Wait, yes, well, shut up.
I can only assume it was an embellishment bolted on later by the reporter. I didn't say it.
What a good boy.
Madam Two Spells. Don't take it out of Mr. Shumps.
Oh my fucking god. Ooh la la, pardon. I was lost in my thoughts.
Would it be fair to say that Mr. Drebber's last remark was significant to you in some way?
What? No. I thought it was a little strange, that's all. How Monsieur Drebber could claim this now.
If you don't mind me saying, madame, what are you talking about?
Well, when I met you 10 years ago at your university dormitory, you recounted to me about your adventures in the cemetery. No? None? Yeah?
None?
Yeah, jeez. Including the gunshot.
Stop.
Oh, shit.
Oh, angry.
Oh.
You might want to watch your tongue, you know.
Oh, shit. What's up?
Have a care, Drebber. That's no way to speak to a lady.
Aw.
Please, Madam Two Spells, carry on.
I am quite the feminist.
Fucking apparently. Let's go.
Except for all those times I told Susato they weren't allowed to speak because they were a woman.
Yeah, apparently.
We
That
don't
was
count.
me
you.
upholding
Like-
the ideals of this court. We're quite at conflict, me and them. You see, I am a feminist, but however, the court clearly states in its guidelines that we must be misogynists to specifically legal advisors who are women.
It is not my preference, but I must obey the law.
I apologize, Miss Susato, you slut.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. What's your fucking deal, Vanzies? Like, Jesus.
I'm just obeying the
also,
law.
yeah, also, Kurbo is here. Fuck, I get you. Just fucking smash something, you vampire fuck. Like, yeah. Same, man. Fucking same. Anywho, according to what Monsieur Drebber told me at the time, he did hear a gunshot from behind him, and the bullet hit the condemned man.
I said nothing of the sort.
Well, I mean, seems like you're lying right now, is all I'm saying. None! You were very explicit about the details. I remember. About the mask that the figure was wearing. Yeah. And the blood that spattered over you when he was shot. You were like crying and shit. Like,
Enough. Shut up, woman. You're making all this up.
That will do. Mr. Drebber.
Mr. Drebber, you're being a dick.
No, I
You're being a kind of dick.
Yes.
You refute the account just given by the madam 2 spells?
Ooh.
I have no recollection of ever saying those things.
Mm-hmm.
Come on! You really expect us to believe you?
Control yourself, Control. I'll sick you on him later. No, I will not
I'll be right back.
baseless
My food
accusations
just
in my
got here.
courtroom. What?
Hold on, defense. Wait, and I'll let you light him on fire, just like you did that other guy. I didn't do that, Your Honor.
All right,
Ho- ho-
sure.
Holy shit, that wasn't you.
Okay, counsel, wink.
Like, I'm serious. I didn't do it.
Oh, you had me going for a second there.
If you didn't do it, then, oh boy, that's bad.
Right.
Under the circumstances, I think it best to supplement your testimony with a statement to clarify your position on this witness.
Very well. There was no gunshot from behind me at all, nor any spattering blood.
Now, camera. Finally, camera. Ugh. We were just getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah, take that, bitch.
Mr. Drebber, do you remember this camera? Remember this one right here?
Oh.
Hmm.
But that is the camera from the fateful night.
Yes. You borrowed it from the House of Horrors. It's the camera you took with you to the cemetery that night, Mr. Drebber.
Wow.
And is that supposed to be significant? This kind of camera is rarely seen in our homeland, so my colleague and I were keen to examine it closely. We noticed that the lens extends forward on the end of some bellows. Like this.
Hold it!
Hold it, you bitch. What's that? There, just on the bellows. It looks like a dark red stain, a tantalizing scent coming from it.
Ah. That's right. It's a rather conspicuous mark here on the bellows, in fact. Pretty noticeable,
Oh, good lord, are you suggesting?
Yes, my lord. It would appear to be... There we go, a spatter of blood. Still gone? Yeah.
Yep.
It's something that can be confirmed with a simple chemical test. Isn't that right, Dr. Sith?
It would be difficult to determine if it was blood and not the blood of some animal. But yes, to test whether or not it's blood at all is simple enough.
I propose that Madame Tuspel's testimony was correct. And that on the night in question 10 years ago, you were spattered with blood from the gunshot wound. Well, and that furthermore, you really did witness the condemned professor emerging from his tomb.
Holy shit.
There's simply no way you could have forgotten such a traumatic experience. In other words, the only explanation is that you're trying to hide the fact you saw the professor that night.
But why? Why would they want to do that?
Well, not for his own gain, it would seem.
For whose then? Who could benefit?
Mr. Drebber is obviously lying in order to protect somebody.
My goodness, He's shielding someone? Who could it be? Could it be that? It couldn't be anyone that we've been talking about this entire case, right?
Wouldn't that just be oh so scandalous if it was?
That'd be crazy.
Yes, my lord, and clearly, it's someone who doesn't want the truth about the professor's coming back to life to be exposed.
What did I miss?
We fucking accused him of being there with the camera, because the blood would have splattered on him, and the camera on the blood on the camera makes it so that he for sure was there.
Ah, fucking gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, and now we're discussing of like he's lying to protect someone, and I feel like we're about to accuse
Sith again.
Sith. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is
fucking
it?
chat was saying that they think they're siblings, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
wouldn't that be
I'm like,
scandalous?
interesting. That'd be a whole fucking thing.
Little check boy.
It was a goddamn checkbook.
It's a little bohemian boy.
Yes, you found me. It was I, little
What?
Jack boy.
I am the professor.
I am the professor.
I was a
That makes
5-year-old
sense.
serial killer.
I was gonna say, like, you committed this like 10 years ago. You were like 2 or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? How old is he?
Take
Like,
that.
what?
He's like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The obvious answer is Dr. Sith.
Sith.
Oh shit.
What?
That
What
is
do
one
you
woman I won't
mean?
be respecting in this courtroom.
Imagine if the convict who'd been sentenced to death was not in fact killed. Imagine if that was to come to light.
What are you insinuating?
That you
And
fucking
imagine
did it, bitch.
if the convict in question was the country's most hated mass murderer. If it was the professor,
That would be an unprecedented scandal.
Oh.
This is beyond the joke. Need I point out that the dead cannot come back to life? What you're suggesting
Once
would
again.
mean...
I'm sick of pointing this out.
Oh, what you're suggesting would mean that the execution never actually happened.
yes, that's exactly what it would mean.
Once a man is sent to the gallows, he hangs. No one could escape. Not in Great Britain.
Oh my god.
But the fact is, there was a witness to the fact that the man did escape his hanging.
If that were really true, Counsel, the implications of misconduct would not stop at the supervising coroner. It would taint the honor of the entire judiciary from the ground up.
Yup. And it's exactly because of those monumental repercussions that Dr. Sith would consent to any demand made of her by someone who threatened to expose the secret, even if that meant being complicit in a crime.
You mean?
Yeah.
No!
I mean that Dr. Sith wasn't collaborating in Mr. Drebber's wicked scheme. She was coerced into collaborating in order to protect her decade-old secret.
Oh!
Oh my god.
She switched the dead body of Mr. Assman with a waxwork model and fabricated the autopsy report.
Oh!
The judge is living for this shit.
Yeah. He's got a glass.
And his foot's up. Fucking smash it. Come on.
Lord Francis.
Look, we got like 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes. Smash 2. Come on. Me and Krabosi are deep in the hole. Like, come on.
For I forgive my fleshly filled hallowed chalice, and a whole raft of other discourtesies. Discourtesies now.
Nice.
Goodness me!
Oh my,
Right as it was fucking fruit being up, he's like, hey, it was so
Oh, put that away. You don't know what you're
Oh.
doing with it.
later, Venzix. Oh.
Later.
Oh, shit.
It's just the sort of tall tale Londoners would enjoy. A grant to an executed killer rising from the dead, a Scotland Yard cover-up, a conspiracy at the highest levels. So let me ask you one thing.
What's that?
Smash it.
If the condemned man really did emerge from his tomb that night only to be shot in the chest, who pulled the trigger? That's one!
One!
And
One more,
disposed of him
you
forever.
bitch.
Yeah, well, I have no idea at the moment.
We have too little information to work. To work that out at present, I think.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, we need more things and stuff.
It's got another glass coming!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The Gold Bailey is no place for wild fantasies.
Yeah.
And have you considered this, my learned Nepalese friend?
Considered what?
That you're a bitch. Do you realize just what a dangerous endeavor it would be to coerce this woman into such a criminal activity? It's tantamount to declaring war on the entire British police force and judiciary.
Boy, hard to imagine any sum of money being offered for research could warrant it.
To rely on some stage magic deception would be so much with so much as at stake would be madness.
Well, I suppose also he didn't do it for the money. He made that contract beforehand that he wouldn't get any of it because he doesn't care.
Yeah, for sure.
And this was no petty crime either. The victim was murdered. A man who'd already invested money in the venture and would be instrumental in future profits too.
Yes, I had no reason to kill Mr. Asman at all. Or are you forgetting that his death results in me receiving not a single penny?
Yeah, true.
The court is already aware of the contract between myself and the victim, no?
There is a contract that's very true. Come on,
The motive for this case runs deep, though. I can feel it.
Feels it in his bonesy wonesies. Using threats to force the head of the forensic investigation team to cooperate is extreme. Especially for a government grant he had no guarantee of receiving in the first place.
If the research grant was the aim, taking Mr. Asman's life would have made no sense anyway. Which means Mr. Drebber's motive wasn't money at all. He was just trying to kill Mr. Asman.
Oh.
But why? What was his motive then?
Yeah.
Your time is up, my learned friend.
Smash it.
I'd say you have one last chance before the jury lose their patience with this charade.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can back up your Haiti proposal, shall we? Oh, that's two!
Okay, no more! No more! Come on, bitch! I need this fucking money!
How do you...
This is channel points, it's not even money. No more! No more.
How do you explain why this engineer would throw all caution to the wind and threaten his own country?
At this point, I'm not prepared to listen to more of this outlandish conjecture without proof.
That's fair.
So, counsel, present your evidence.
No.
All right, who exactly was Mr. Asman to Drebber? There's a connection there that no one's seen yet. And I'm going to have to present 2 pieces of evidence to show what it is.
2? Why 2? Fuck you.
Yeah, why the fuck two? Yeah, what the hell?
Yes, my lord. The evidence that establishes a motive and explains why the witness wanted the victim dead is right here.
How about you say real quick, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just...
Mr. Asman was the professor.
Kreb, fucking same. He's like, I
Okay.
can't believe we got 2 glass smashes in the span of 5 minutes. Fucking same. I was like, it's 9:30. We're not getting these fucking glass smashes. Holy fuck.
I mean, he did,
Let's
like...
go.
I think Asman was the guy who drew this.
Yeah. Asman was the
Yeah.
reporter. Oh,
Yeah.
Asman.
Okay.
So, Asman. So,
Okay.
That's one of the pieces of evidence for sure.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
I don't know if that's the one that would make him.
That
want
has
the
his
victim
name
dead.
on it, so that
Yeah.
well, that would immediately means that he ruined his career.
Yeah, that's true.
How?
So that's
And-
pretty compelling. That's a pretty good motive right there.
For sure.
Here's their contract.
Yeah.
hereby
Which is the thing where they don't get money. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fund labor, materials for the
No, this is like I think a decoy, but the signature is the same.
Yep, it's the same.
It's true.
I guess that might be the second piece of evidence because it proves it's Odie's. Like it's the same Oasman.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna
Let's start with the newspaper.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the article here.
For sure.
Take that! Take that!
It's this newspaper article, my lord.
That was written 10 years ago, and every detail has been examined already. What can it possibly tell us?
That drivel should never have been written. It's typical gutter press nonsense that means nothing.
Oh, cool.
Thanks for
get angry about
really
us.
fueling this.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, on its own, it isn't particularly significant. However, when considered alongside another piece of evidence, it will completely explain your motive for wanting Mr. Asman dead.
What other evidence?
Control, you want to present your supplementary evidence without delay?
Fucking control.
Control!
Yeah, it's the contract.
Yeah.
The evidence which
yeah.
when cross-referenced with the newspaper article, establishes a motive for the deed.
Get him.
It's this contract, my lord. Mr. Drebber this is the contract you signed with Mr. Asman. Yes,
So?
that's right. The very document, in fact. That proves I had no reason to kill the man. No, I'm afraid not. What? There's something very significant that this newspaper article and the contract have in common.
Really?
And it's that common link that shows very clearly why you were determined to kill Mr. Odie Asman.
Really hope
It
we're right.
seems the
I don't know
defense
if
has
fucking
uncovered
stupid or not.
something. What did you say?
I'm saying I really hope we're right, because if not, we're
Yeah.
digging this real
No,
bad. We're
we would
fucking digging
have
this up.
we would have slapped at the jaw at this point if we were wrong.
Yeah.
Fair.
It seems the defense has uncovered something the rest of us have missed. So, my learned
bless.
friend,
Yeah.
Cosmo with one hand appears and wipes his shoulder.
Hell yeah. Pulls out a tissue, wipes Manzing's nose, like, I got you, homie. Here
Got
go.
you, Holmes.
will point out what these two pieces of evidence have in common.
Sneeze took out, man. Yeah.
Hold yourself together, Zeeks.
Where exactly is the link between this newspaper article and the contract?
It's
There
right
we go.
there!
And right there.
What these two pieces of evidence have in common is a signature.
A signature? I've never heard one of those.
The signature on the illustration that accompanies the 10-year-old article and the signature on the contract belong to the same person.
What? Rabble, 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 rabble.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Bitch.
As the
Gotcha,
court has
bitch.
heard, this illustration was drawn 10 years ago by the newspaper reporter who found Mr. Drebber and interviewed him about his ordeal. If you look closely, the reporter's signature can be seen in the bottom right corner of the drawing.
Oh.
And if you look at the contract here, which was signed between the witnesses and the victim last year, or between the witness and the victim last year, you can clearly see Mr. Asman's signature on the bottom.
Let me see now. Good lord, yes! They're identical! What could it mean?
Oh my fucking god.
In short, the journalist who drew the illustration and wrote the article published about Mr. Drebber 10 years ago was the victim of this case, Mr. Odie Asman.
Oh, that's what it means.
Jazz.
Fuck you!
No.
But explain to the court why. Why would that constitute a motive for the witness to murder Asman?
Well, if you think back, you'll remember that Mr. Drebber talked about that article in his testimony.
Grave robbering, you say? You say?
Yes, exhuming fresh corpses to sell is reasonably lucrative. If
It's nice.
That is quite beyond the pale. What you would invite divine retribution, sir.
Sure.
Yes, well, I think I suffered retribution enough.
Enough.
Enough. The Daily Circus eventually unearthed my name and put it in print. It caused me a great many headaches. In the end, I had to leave the university. Print. That was the only paper with the bad grace to identify me unambiguously, I might add. Oh, fuck, still in the past. Then I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist, and it was all because of that newspaper article.
Yes.
Cool. Print. So, Crab, same. I'm so tense.
I'm scared.
We can do this. It's gonna be okay.
At the time, you were a student of the University of London who dreamt of becoming a scientist. However, this single newspaper article changed your entire life.
So, Mr. Asmund used to be a newspaper journalist, did he?
Before he became a fucking kingpin.
Yeah, right? Oh, shit.
He did, my lord. In fact, it's a widely held belief that Assman managed to position himself at the heart of his criminal network, thanks to the many dubious connections he made during his time as reporter. Oh, God.
So you had to give up on your dream and leave university. You lost everything. Eventually, you found yourself working in the field of science, but only in the shadows. And all because of that article. Written by Mr. Aspen. Enough.
It's pronounced Enoch. Whatever. Get it, put it down.
I imagine that's two spells saying that. It's like, it's pronounced Enoch.
It's your own name. You should know how to say it. Jeez. Like,
Stop this endless drivel about my life. What?
well, no, it's helping me put you in jail.
Explain yourself, Mr. Drebber!
Yes,
Nailed it.
it's true. I had to leave the university as a result of that article.
Oh.
But it was just the straw that broke the camel's back. What do you mean? Almost every student of science in the faculty, was too poor to actually conduct any research. But they struggled on with their hypotheses anyways. We all did. Only to have them taken by vultures. Sooner
Damn
or later,
vultures.
you knew your ideas would be
Actual
stolen
vultures?
and patented by some wretch or other. After all,
That right there is why Van Zeke's likes fucking talons. It is.
Yeah. Makes sense.
The vultures steal everybody's ideas here.
Ah.
Good gracious!
delicious vulture wine.
Exactly.
Yum.
Making a name for yourself as a scientist in a climate like that was a miracle only a select few geniuses could ever hope to achieve. Personally, I wasn't one of those geniuses, so it was hardly a wrench. Being forced out of that university because of Lowgate was the best thing that could have happened to me. Mr. Drebber, do you genuinely believe that? Of course I do. Who's better placed to know whether or not I possess a talent for science than me? I'm sorry to say that your words don't ring true at all. How dare you? And I have evidence to prove it.
What?
How are you in a position to say anything about me? I don't know you from Adam. Fine. If you think you have evidence, go ahead.
Oh, it's
Show
a trophy.
it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Prove I'm good at science.
Yeah.
What could possibly have to disprove the idea that I was unhappy to leave university because I lacked talent?
Ba-bam.
Do you remember this, Mr. Drebber? We found it at your workshop.
Fuck.
Shit. Yeah, dude.
Is that a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science?
What? What? I've never heard of it. Counsel, explain.
It's the greatest honor that can be bestowed on a young scientist, my lord.
Oh.
There's no higher accolade. It recognizes emerging talent and promises a bright future.
Good gracious.
Your prospects for the future were excellent, weren't they, Mr. Drebber? Because even then, you were a genius in your field. But you lost everything. You had no more future. Your talents would go to waste. All as a result of this one newspaper article. I don't know when you realized who Mr. Asman was. But when it dawned on you that he was the same journalist who 10 years ago ruined your life, it's abundantly clear that you had no intention of forgiving the man. The truth is...
Do your weird fucking breakdown that everyone
Finally,
does.
he's gonna fold.
Nope.
Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, he's not.
Whoa.
Oh, someone said
Oh,
hold it.
what?
Who
Is it
holded
Sean?
it?
Who holded it?
Is it Sean?
It was her.
It was Sith! Oh, shit, bitch. I'm trying to eat this burger here.
Fine. Clearly this has run its course now.
What?
I admit it. All of it.
Oh shit.
What? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
It's exactly as the Japanese man said. Jesus.
I was coerced into going along with this man's plot to murder the victim. On the condition that he kept my dirty secret from 10 years ago.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, good lord! Oh,
He's so here for it, man.
Yeah.
Dr. Sith,
Yeah.
do you realize what you're saying, woman?
Yeah.
It's all true. That day,
Oh, we're going to the past?
when I arrived at the Crystal Tower and saw the birdcage, excellent movie, my heart nearly stopped beating.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
That memory from a decade ago that I'd done my best to bury deep inside myself. It was the professor again, staring me in the face.
Oh.
And then, before I had a chance to react, I noticed something else. There was a note tucked inside the model's jacket. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Appreciate it.
Incredible.
You're
Sean's
incredible,
in the
God.
audience, like
The woman I
yeah.
love.
You're right.
Dr. Sith, you will go along with my plan, is what it
I think
said.
that's Drebber saying that.
Oh, okay.
They're reading the letter, so you can't.
Oh,
read
yeah.
them.
Let us see. Yeah.
From someone who knows the truth about what really happened that night 10 years ago. They knew about the clone army and me killing all of the Jedi, but also this whole fucking thing.
Oh my god.
I know, right? All the instructions were
Good
there in
lord.
the note. Every detail was meticulously written out. I had no choice but to do what it said. I made the necessary alterations to the scene and fabricated the autopsy report as instructed. There was really no other choice. It had to be done to protect the judiciary, did it?
Nice.
I can only apologize now and request 0 jail time.
Granted.
Thank you. Good, excellent.
All right, everyone, go home. Wait a minute.
Yeah, there you go.
Why on earth would you buckle now?
That's a very good question, isn't it? Well, there's no point trying to hide it anymore, is there?
I'm shipping a soda.
I would have done anything to stop it coming out. Even collaborated murder. Which I don't have any problem with. But the great lie about that execution 10 years ago has been exposed. Whatever happens, I'm finished.
So then, Mr. Drebber, what do you say to that? Your accomplice has admitted to everything.
She's crazy.
No, right? She's insane.
I plead insanity on her behalf.
You can't.
Surely, it goes without saying. You admit your partner too, then?
Never.
I admit
Yep,
nothing.
there it is.
Wow. Holy shit.
What?
Stupid idiot.
Have you forgotten that the kinesis machine was ripped to shreds by an explosion? Short of me admitting to a crime, there's really no possible way for you to prove I did anything wrong.
Oh my god.
No!
Fuck you.
Wait a minute. The hull is still there. Let's go investigate the hull.
No! Fuck, I'm eating a fucking burger.
Whatever this man says, I'm gonna make
Wow.
I'm fucking hungry.
He threatened to expose my secret. So I went along with his plan.
Oh.
And Lord Van Zeeks,
Yes.
you absolute hottie, meet me after this. I hope you'll accept my apologies. What happens next is in your hands, of course.
I'm next.
No, right? Like, oh my god. Oh.
I have heard more than enough now. I hereby present the final findings of this court. This trial is not the proper forum in which to pursue the alleged wrongdoings of Mr. Drebber. The defendant is Professor Albert Harebrain.
Oh, right, that's what we were doing.
Very true. It had slipped my mind.
Mine too, boy, mine too.
Any one of your closest friends?
Yeah, sure.
Damn.
As the
I have
court
any friends.
Oh.
I'm his best friend. He's one of my friends.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh,
As the court has heard, Dr. Sith has admitted to the allegations brought by the defense. Therefore, thereby absolving the defendant of any possible guilt.
You mean...
At the present time, it is the conclusion of this court that the defendant was not involved in any wrongdoing.
oh my god.
Does the prosecution have any objection?
No. My lord.
Okay.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo! You've proven Professor Harebrain's innocence.
I'm surprised the case ends there, because it never
Yeah.
does.
There's gotta be more fucking shit.
Were you about to
than that,
object to it?
'cause,
Right?
Without
Oh my
further ado,
God.
then, the abdication. The adjudication.
Adjudication.
That one.
Adjudication, sorry. Unless the
been a long day.
prosecution or defense have any other matters to discuss.
It's like, I need to stop when I'm ahead. Don't!
I
Stop!
don't know. This doesn't feel quite right.
Oh, my god.
Why did Dr. Sith suddenly admit to it like that?
Is everything all right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Learn to quit with your hands, Mr. Naruhodo! I was
Like you
only
said before,
free!
the way the trial is set to end
Oh my
now,
god.
the judge will certainly deliver a verdict of not guilty. But is that really what we want?
Yes!
Oh my god!
What the defense should be pushing for now is...
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh, what? Oh, fuck.
Oh,
God damn it.
I fucking hate you, Renoski.
Oh, I hate you so much, Renoski. Just gonna save real quick,
Yup.
just
That's fair.
in case. Because I'm gonna do the real thing, and then I'm gonna do what the game wants me to do.
That's fair.
The judge gives his verdict now. Professor Harebrain will be found not guilty without any doubt.
Yeah.
She doesn't let you take it.
Is something troubling you?
Yes, but it's probably nothing. In the antechamber during the recess earlier. I did give Mr. Sholmes my word, though, didn't I?
God damn it!
Oh my fucking god!
I told him to pursue any doubts I had about the truth to be the absolute last, or to the absolute last.
Fuck you!
You read my mind again.
If you gave Mr. Sholmes your word, then it most certainly isn't nothing.
God damn it.
And it means there's only one right answer here.
Oh, girl.
Yes,
Then
you're
why
right.
did you present me a choice? Oh!
To see if you're a coward. I don't know if I was ever
just
wavering.
It's like in the Barbie movie. There wasn't a choice. They just
Yeah.
wanted to give you the fucking illusion of choice.
Objection.
The defense objects to the trial ending at this time, my lord.
Judge is just like, but you won.
I
Stop.
fucking beg your pardon.
Uh-huh.
We demand one final testimony.
I'll kill you.
Oh no, he's got a glass in front of him.
What?
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's 10 o'clock. We should wrap. We should wrap before he breaks that fucking glass.
You do realize I'm about to adjudicate in your favor, I presume? What are you playing at now, my Nipponese friend? Why would you want to obstruct the conclusion of the trial at this point? No defense lawyer in his right mind would do that.
I'm never in my right mind.
Mr. Naruhodo, what exactly are you thinking?
Shouldn't you know? You've been able
Right?
to read his
You've been
mind.
reading his fucking mind, yeah.
The truth. The whole truth. And a way to bring it all out into the open.
Right.
Yes, in hindsight.
You son of a
Ah,
bitch.
yes, one word of warning before I go. If in the course of the trial, this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, let it go! Just stop the trial! If you have the not guilty verdict, stop it! That's what I should have said, but instead...
Why are we listening to him? He's insane.
Instead, I said...
He's so
"Don't
close
let
to
it
being
out of your
homeless.
sight."
He barely eats. He
Pursue it
stands
like a
around
dog with a
fucking
bone.
wax fucking factories.
Boom, boom.
Oh.
To the bitter end, you understand. Do not falter, whatever may come to pass. Pass, boom, boom.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes knew. He must have deduced that this would happen.
His deductions are always wrong.
Yes, I'm here in court to advocate for my client and to secure an acquittal.
Obviously.
But that's not all. I believe that I have a duty to the court to pursue the whole truth of the case until every last detail is laid bare. And that is why the defense calls for further testimony from Dr. Sith.
Oh my god.
Sure, you haven't given any
from
testimony
me?
Yeah.
About what?
about the nature of your collaboration with Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Ha! In case it's escaped your attention, I've already admitted to everything I did, including killing all the Jedi. The whole truth has already been revealed.
Dr. Sith, just what is Order 66?
Don't worry about it. So stop wasting everyone's time.
Yeah.
As his lordship made very plain, your client will get the acquittal you wanted for him. There's simply no point...
Protracting?
Protracting.
Yeah? Okay.
No point protracting this business further with another tedious cross-examination.
Objection!
Fuck you.
Uh-oh. No! It's a bottle, it doesn't count!
Have we
said that
counted it
before.
before? Okay.
No, we haven't.
All right, good.
No.
Pray forgive my careless
Fuck
handling of the hallowed
See,
bottle.
Chromosie's in the fucking same page as me!
I slipped.
That's what you call it?
What is your objection, Lord Francis? The prosecution also calls for supplementary testimony from the witness.
fuck.
Pretty sure Carrie kind of flip-flopped on it as of, what, 2
Yeah.
Mondays ago?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
I don't know. Basically, this is all arbitrary and dictated by Carrie, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, God. Dude, I
There
was
is
so
more.
sure that I was like, it counts, and y'all were like, no, it doesn't, it's a bottle. And I
No,
was
it's the
like,
other way around.
fuck.
It's 2 weeks ago, you were like, it doesn't
Yeah.
count anymore. No.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I don't remember. Yeah, I just want to ring it in my favor for sure. But okay, chat, if you think we should count it, we can count it. Me and Karozu will be out money. I want to try to be consistent. I
Out money.
legitimately just don't remember. Like, what do y'all think?
If there is more to this case than has yet to come to light, then I will join my learned friend in pursuing the facts until the bitter end.
You're what?
Lord Van Seeks.
This is most irregular, to say the least. However, as the prosecution also goes for it, I will uphold the request. Dr. Sith, you will testify for the court, explaining the full extent of your involvement in the murder apparently committed by Mr. Drebber.
Very well.
I'm also sorry, I almost gave you a title that you did not deserve, Mr. Drebber.
I was treating you like you were important.
I think that is probably where we're going to end today's session.
Sure.
I feel like
okay.
we're gonna. I feel like it's gonna be really short. At least like maybe like I don't know, an hour or so of stream next time.
I think it's
like
yeah.
until we get to the
Yeah.
end of the case. So
Hell
yeah,
Oh, we can just go from that straight into the next one.
yeah.
Oh my god, we're
sounds pretty good.
50-50 on do bottles count. Oh no, it switched again. Oh Jesus.
Oh gosh, but yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna go back to the title here. Save.
Heck you.
All right.
Oh my god.
Well,
This
does
is
it
like 2 more votes for no, so I can win.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Oh god, goodbye,
Tune in live to
YouTube.
see votes about things that don't matter.
Yeah, they really don't matter. I'm just losing all of something when he gave me channel points.
Carrie blowing all of the channel points is all.
Yeah, that's all that's happening. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Bullshit.
See you guys later. Goodbye.
Goodbye, YouTube. We
Bye.
love you. Mwah!